Welcome back to RV News, the #1 destination for the most explosive and up-to-date news about the Iraqi Dinar, the Vietnamese Dong, and global currency revaluation events that could impact your financial future. If you've been holding your breath waiting for something to happen, today's video might just be what you've been waiting for. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because what we're about to reveal today is massive, and it dropped at exactly 11:45 a.m. That's right, a specific time, a specific place, and very specific intel from none other than Wells Fargo and several verified redemption center sources. We're diving deep into what's unfolding behind the scenes, the confirmation of a new dinar rate, and why this may signal the beginning of the long-anticipated RV event. At exactly 11:45 a.m. today, a wave of confidential information started circulating through key channels, intel hubs, currency insiders, and trusted redemption contact points. The buzz was centered on an update coming directly from Wells Fargo, a Tier 1 bank that has long been rumored to play a central role in the redemption and exchange process post-RV. According to multiple confirmations, Wells Fargo representatives have not only acknowledged the imminent activation of the RV process, but have also revealed a new rate for the Iraqi Dinar that could potentially shake up everything we've known so far. This isn't just another rumor. It's coming from boots on the ground within banking circles that have historically stayed tight-lipped about the revaluation subject. But today, at 11:45, that silence was finally broken. So what exactly happened at 11:45 a.m.? According to reports, private conference calls were held between top-tier bank executives, select currency holders, and redemption center personnel. In these calls, a new rate for the Iraqi dinar was disclosed for internal systems testing and confirmation. While not yet publicly displayed on Forex or the Central Bank of Iraq's website, the rate is now live within back-end banking systems, and screens at several redemption centers have shown rates ranging between $3.91 and $4.78 per IQD. Let that sink in. This is a major shift from the prior program rate of approximately 1,460 IQD per US dollar. For those who've been in the dinar community for years, this level of rate jump is absolutely historic. Why 11:45? According to several insiders, this specific time was chosen as part of a synchronized operation between international banking systems and the U.S. Treasury. There is deep coordination taking place across multiple global time zones, and this precise timing was necessary to align with settlement windows for Tier 1 liquidity operations. This means that what happened at 11:45 wasn't just a fluke or isolated event. It was part of a structured, planned rollout of the RV process. Key financial systems, including the Quantum Financial System, QFS, were reportedly tested in real time, and Wells Fargo played a central role in implementing and verifying rate lock procedures. Reports also indicate that redemption centers are now fully active and have received their final go signal to begin Tier 4B processing. For those unfamiliar, Tier 4B represents the Internet group, regular individuals like you who have currency but are not part of military, banking, or government circles. These redemption centers, many of which have been on standby for months if not years, are now entering operational status. Staff have been called in, systems are live, and instructions have been distributed to follow strict NDAs, non-disclosure agreements during the exchange process. Several sources stated that appointments could begin within 24 to 72 hours depending on regional readiness. Let's talk about rate confirmation. Insiders have reported seeing the following IQD rates flashing on back-end bank screens: 3D91 as a low baseline international rate, 4842 as a preferred rate offered through structured agreements, and 478 as a possible contract rate for those participating in humanitarian project commitments. This layered rate system matches previous rumors about multiple rate tiers: base, market, and contract. The implication here is profound. If you hold Iraqi Dinar and have been waiting for the right moment, this could be the trigger point. While these rates are not yet public on Forex, the fact that banks are testing them internally signals that we are now entering the active exchange window. Another major piece of today's story is the behavior of bank tellers and frontline staff. For years, currency holders have reported being dismissed or met with confusion when asking about the dinar at banks. Today, however, several individuals who visited Wells Fargo branches in Texas, Florida, and Arizona reported a different tone. Instead of confusion or dismissal, they were told politely that the currency is undergoing system updates, or please check back in the next 24 to 48 hours for rate adjustments. This is a complete 180 from past responses and indicates that even at the branch level, staff are being briefed on how to handle currency holders with discretion and respect. Some were even quietly handed printed information directing them to a future appointment hotline. Another development that can't be ignored is the role of the U.S. Treasury in overseeing this transition. Sources close to the matter have confirmed that Treasury officials have been stationed in several regional redemption centers as of early this morning, supervising the integration of QFS protocols and verifying compliance with Basel IV financial transparency standards. This gives more weight to the theory that this is not just a bank-driven initiative, but rather a government-coordinated revaluation tied to broader financial reform. The fact that this rollout is happening in phases and at exact timings like 11:45 reinforces the idea of a controlled, secure monetary shift being executed with military precision. Let's turn briefly to international reaction. Financial analysts in Europe and the Middle East have started quietly discussing the impact a revalued dinar would have on global trade, with oil contracts, reconstruction deals, and international settlements tied to the dinar. A rate above 3 source would restore significant economic power to Iraq and position it as a sovereign player in global finance once more. The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, has remained officially silent as of this broadcast, but previous statements indicate their intent to move toward a managed float and restore purchasing power for their citizens. If the new rates hold, Iraqis at home could see significant relief from years of inflation and currency instability. For holders of the Vietnamese dong, VND, and other revaluation currencies, this development with the dinar is expected to be the first domino in a larger basket event. Many insiders believe that once the dinar is publicly visible at the new rate, other currencies, like the dong, zim, and even the Indonesian rupiah, could follow within days, if not hours. Redemption center sources have been briefed on how to handle multiple currencies, and exchange appointment systems are already programmed with multi-currency input capabilities. This isn't a theory anymore. It's infrastructure that's now live and being used. There's also a humanitarian angle. Those who opt for higher contract rates at redemption centers are being asked to present basic outlines of humanitarian projects, or at least express their intent to use the funds for benevolent purposes. This matches earlier Intel that contract. Rates are not just for anyone, but for those willing to contribute to global healing, whether that be building schools, supporting clean water initiatives, or launching community development programs. So, if you're considering a redemption center appointment, it may be wise to prepare a few talking points about how you intend to use your blessing. Security protocols are also being heavily enforced. Individuals who attend redemption center appointments will be subject to identity verification, currency authentication, and NDA agreements, particularly if they're offered the higher contract rates. You'll also be given financial literacy materials, including options to structure your funds in trusts, LLCs, or other legal entities to ensure long-term wealth protection. The banks are not just exchanging currency, they're helping to create a new class of responsible wealth holders who are expected to reinvest in society. So, what happens next? Based on current reports, the next 24 to 72 hours will be critical. Expect to see more intel leaks, more confirmations from redemption center staff, and possibly even rate visibility on bank front-end screens. Email notifications and appointment. Instructions are likely to go out through secure channels, including the long-awaited 800 numbers or secure websites for scheduling. If you've been preparing, this is your moment. Make sure your currency is organized, your documents are in order, and your plan is ready. We are entering the final stretch of a financial shift that has been in the works for decades. And as always, a word of caution. Be alert for scams. The emergence of a real exchange process will inevitably attract bad actors. Stick to official bank channels. Do not give out your currency or personal info to unverified sources, and verify everything before moving forward. If you're offered a rate that seems too good to be true outside a verified redemption center or Tier 1 bank, it probably is. Stay grounded, stay smart, and most importantly, stay ready. To recap, at exactly 11:45 a.m., a confirmed shift occurred. Wells Fargo in coordinate.